one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Close your eyes and just start to slow down the breath. And fill up your belly. Feel your belly and your chest rise against your hands. So you find a full expanse of a breath. And then empty it out and just draw the navel point up and in a little bit. And so feel your breathing slow. And just stay in this soft moment. Set an intention for your practice or your day, your weekend. Inhale, open your arms like a goal pose, so bend the elbows. Draw both legs over to the right side. Take your right ankle above your left knee. And just, no force outside of gravity. Just let the weight of the leg or the ankle carry the opposite leg down towards the floor. It may or may not get there. Inhale, release the ankle, come back to center. Exhale, shift the hips right, let the knees fall to the left. Bring your left ankle above your right knee, as much or as little as you want. And I always encourage you to make this practice yours, but also, make sure you don't practice on habits. And if you do the same thing every time we get into a certain pose, change it up. Maybe go back to basics would be nice. Uncross your leg, come back to center. Keep your knees upright. Walk your feet a little closer together. Heels in line with sitting bones. Stretch the arms all the way up over your head. As you do that, you might notice an arching in the back. So tilt your pelvis so your back imprints a little bit more. Point your pubic bone to the sky. And without lifting your hips, just squeeze your glutes as tight as you can off the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, inhale, release your arms and release your hips down. You can do a little arch in the back or just stay in that neutral position for now. And then as you inhale this time, arms up, tilt your pelvis, squeeze your glutes first, then lift your hips up until you're in a bridge with your arms overhead, like a floating bridge. Inhale. And exhale, articulate your spine down. Arms come down by your side. Inhale, press down, rise up. Arms and legs, arms and hips. Exhale, bring it down. One more time, bring it up. Hold it up this time. Walk your feet closer together. Squeeze your knees together, lower your arms. And then walk your arms underneath your back. Interlace your fingers, point your knuckles down towards your feet. Good. Stay here for another breath. Release the arms as you release the upper, mid, lower back to the floor. Hug your knees up to your chest. Good. Take your hands on top of your knees and move your knees over to one side, circling. Both legs together today. And then reverse that. Come back to center. Start to rock and roll on your spine. And then come up to a comfortable seat, left leg in front of right. Let's just do the same leg today. For baby. If you'd like to have the blocks underneath your knees or sit on a block, try to get your heels closer underneath your knees as opposed to crossing at your ankles. Inhale, lift your spine nice and tall. Shelby, bring them in here. Exhale, chin to chest, round and curl. Pull the belly in. Inhale, bring it up. Hinge forward. Exhale, chin to chest, roll back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back in and start to make circles through your torso. reverse this movement. Come back to center. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Find your first point of resistance. Stay there. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Inhale, walk back in. Lean back, shake out your legs. Switch the right leg in front of the left unless you did something different. And sit up. Knees, blocks under knees or knees just open. Sit up nice and tall as you hold on to your legs. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale, left arm outside right thigh, right arm behind you, reaching towards your left side. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right arm outside left thigh, left arm behind you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, walk your hands forward. And just fold into, again, your first point of resistance, stop, and then go a little deeper if you'd like. Keep your spine long. Try not to round your back here, so keep looking forward, broaden your collarbones. Inhale, lengthen. Walk your hands back in. Lean back, shake out your legs. Take one of your blocks if you have it. Place it on the center. Lift your hips up and onto the block as you open your knees out wide. Bring your hands inside of your legs. If you don't have a block, sit on the floor. Right? Or just find something to elevate you. So there's no pressure in the knees here. We're not into a low squat. We're sitting down supported. Take your left hand outside your left leg and just stretch your right arm up. Get a nice opening. Stay with that, or take the right arm behind your back and bind it if you have it. I mean, it's early, but you can take the left arm and bring it behind you for a full bind. Again, we're staying seated, so we're nice and supported here. If you're bound, release it. Right arm up, bring your hands back to prayer, arms on the inside of your thighs. Put a little pressure between your arms and your inner thighs on both sides, right? So pushing, pulling. Right arm comes to the outside, left arm comes up for a stretch. And then if you'd like, the left arm can bind behind your back. And some of you, again, will take the right arm in front of the right shin and take that full bind. You can use a strap or towel, but that's not necessary to bind. It's only great if you have it, great. If you don't, great. Inhale, if you're bound, release it. Left arm up, right arm down. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale. Forward fold as you exhale, stand up. Turn your toes forward, move your block off to the side. If you have two blocks, one on each side of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now soften your knees here. Plant your palms, look forward, inhale, and step to a downward dog, hips up in the air. Bend one knee, then the other. And then find some stillness just in a downward facing dog. Walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands so your heels are touching the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need. Right hand to outside of left foot, ankle, shin. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand outside, right foot, shin, ankle. Inhale, release your hands. Step back if you walked forward. Rise up onto your tippy toes. Shift your weight forward to a high plank position. Pop of a push-up. Head to tailbone long. Broaden your collarbones. Shift your shoulders a little forward. Lower your knees and lay yourself all the way down on the floor. Move your blocks to the side just a little bit so you can open your arms a little bit wider. So tent up your fingers and line up your fingers with your shoulders. Widen your legs for a moment so they're as wide as the mat like we did earlier. And then inhale, lift your chest up. Use your hands a little bit here. So more of a back exercise than a push-up. Exhale, come down. Let's try it again, lifting a little higher. Inhale, lift a little higher. Good. Exhale, come down. One more time, either direction, up higher, lower. Exhale, come down. Release your arms down by your side. Interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles back and away. Lift your chest up. Now push the top of your foot down. Lift your knees up without lifting your legs up. Lift a little higher. And then float the legs up if you'd like for 3. For 2, keep lifting in both directions. 1. Exhale, come down to the floor. Hands by your chest, push back to child's pose. Sit all the way back to your heels. Open your knees wide again. Reach your fingers forward, hips back. Inhale, hands and knees. Right foot in between your 2 hands or on blocks. Drop your left hip low. Back foot, top of the foot, shin pressing down. Good. Breathe in, broaden your collarbones. Keep your left hand on the floor of the block. Stretch your right arm back and open. Drop the left hip in and hug the right hip towards the center. Relax your left shoulder away from your ears, so draw the shoulder blades together towards the center and down. Inhale, find a little more space. Exhale, hand down, tuck your back toes under. Straighten both legs and fold over your right leg. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. So you're on the ball of the back foot. Some of you make it and plant it. That's okay. It doesn't matter one way or another right now. Just work on the hamstrings. Inhale. Keep the roundness out of your back, so broaden through your collarbones. Why are y'all looking at me? Was it me? Yeah, everybody, all of us, me too. Exhale, rebend your knee, take your left knee down. Stretch your right arm up, twist open. Exhale, hand down, tuck your back toes. If they're not, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your front knee or your back knee. Right arm comes back and open. Exhale, hands down. Front leg straightens. Plant your palms into the floor. Send your right leg back to your left leg, downward facing dog. And bend as much as you want. Walk it out a little bit side to side. Inhale, shift to a high plank. Lower your right knee to the floor. Step your left foot in between your 2 hands. Hands on either side. Back leg, top of the foot, shin down, pressing through the hip. Firmly through your foot, your knees over your ankle. Inhale, take your left arm, sweep it back, open and around. Hug your hip to the center. Lift out of your waistline, bring your left leg closer to the center and drop through your right hip. Exhale, left hand down, right toes tuck, knee lifts, and we straighten both legs. Any amount. Blocks are always helpful. You can have them high, low, forward or back, whatever kind of really works for you today. Keep length in your spine, so no rounding of your back. Good. Exhale, lower your knee to the floor, spin your left arm back, open up, twist. Inhale, exhale, hand down, straighten your back leg, front leg, or lift your back leg, front leg straightens. Inhale, rebend, stretch it open one more time. Exhale, hand down, legs straight. Inhale, rebend, step back. Well, let's go straight. We went from a straight leg. Step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale to a high plank, top of a push-up. Pause, find the energy in your body. Exhale, hips in the air. Rise onto your toes, bend your knees and walk forward. Take little steps. Start with a bent knee in your forward folds, and then you decide if it's appropriate to Straighten your legs. Once again, take your arms behind your back and place your fingers, palms together, knuckles up and over. Head hangs down, breathe in, and breathe out. Good. Release your hands to your back and just switch the cross of your hands. So just go to the less comfortable, the less familiar, less habitual side. Release your hands to the floor, blocks. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, chin to chest. Let's round this one to come up. Stretch the arms up over your head. Exhale, send the prayer to your heart. Release your arms. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step, high plank, pause. Choose to be on your knees or straight legs for your push-up, chaturanga. Roll through upward dog or low cobra, or go right into downward dog. It's all good. Feet together, back of the mat. Inhale, float your right leg up. Exhale, send your right leg through. Left hand stays on the floor or the blocks. Sweep your right arm up and open, twist. Exhale, right hand down, straighten your front leg. Turn the back foot on its side. Take your block on the outside of your right shin, and then sweep your left arm up and open. Triangle pose, coming from the floor. Maybe not as much space as we'd like, so let's look down at our right foot. Inhale, rise up. Stack your shoulders. Eye gaze down to the right middle finger. Inhale. Exhale, bump your left hip back. Reach out, out, out. Right hand outside or right thigh, right shin. Left arm up. Swing your left arm behind your back. Grab a hold of the back, the shirt, the strap, the towel, your inner thigh. Lift the torso a little bit higher, and then reach your right arm out in front of you. Open up your palm like you say, yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme. And then as you inhale, come all the way back. Bump your left hip towards your right thigh. Inhale, come back. Rebend your front knee. Hands to the floor, spin your back foot forward. Step back, high plank. Choose your way through vinyasa. Skip it. Upward and downward facing dogs. Inhale, feet together, right, left leg up. Exhale, send your left leg through. Right hand stays, left arm sweeps up and open, twist. Exhale, hands down, straighten your front leg. Block on the outside of your left shin, spin your right foot on its side, and then stretch your right arm up into triangle pose. Stacking your shoulders. Again, we're not here that long because we want to find a little bit more space. Inhale, rise up to stand up, shoulders on top of hips. Arms are about ankles apart, right? So right hand over right ankle, left hand over left ankle. Now bump your hips left, right, move your torso left. Left arm down, right arm up. You could be on the block, shin, wherever you are. Rotate your torso around. Strong legs. Take the right arm behind your back, interlace or bind. Lift your shoulder open. And then lift your torso a little higher if you want to go for this reaching of the left arm, palm is up. Good, serving it. Inhale, come back up, reverse. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, turn your back knee, your front knee back, bent, and step back, high to low plank, any variations that you like. When you're in your up dogs, think about pressing through your heel of your hands and the top of your foot for some traction, feet together. Inhale, float your right leg up. Exhale, send your right leg through. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and open. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Right hand has a block to the right side. Left toes turn. Inhale, stretch your left arm up and open. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bump your hips and go back into your triangle. Choose to take a half or full bind here, left arm behind you. And then once again, choose to elevate your torso just a little bit and reach your right arm forward. Exhale, reverse, right arm back, hips bump to the front. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, spin it around through vinyasa or skip that. Vinyasa is that chaturanga, upward, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, send your left leg through. Right hand on the inside, left arm opens up, twist. Exhale, left hand down. Straighten your back leg. Place your left hand on the block, right arm shoots up and open. Look down, inhale, reverse it, so you stretch the right arm down, left arm up. Inhale, reach out. Here we are. Breathe. Right arm comes behind for a bind. Any variation. Lift your torso a little bit higher as you reach your arm up. Oh, I think I gave you an early reverse. So inhale, reverse here. Exhale, send it down to the floor. Step back through vinyasa, meet me in dog. Feet together. Inhale, bring your right leg high in the sky. Exhale, step it through. Turn your back foot on its side, have your block outside the right foot. Inhale, open up through warrior two, exhale, land. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, hinge forward, right hand on the block once again. Left arm goes behind your back. Take your bind, reach your arm forward. Good, now inhale, come back up. As you do this, straighten your front leg and lift your toes. And then bring your hands to your heart as you bend your left knee, sitting back towards your back heel. Breathe. Inhale, shift to the right leg, left toes come up. Inhale, stand up, turn your toes parallel, facing the left side of your mat. Release your arms behind your back, fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, or prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, soften your knees. Hang your head down, let your head, so start with a bent knee, and then decide if it's appropriate once you're down there to straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands underneath your shoulders, exhale. Spin around to the front of your mat, left hand stays, right hand comes up. Plant your left hand on the floor, and now either lower your left knee and step back, or step yourself into your side plank, Vashisthasana. Any variations you want. We're only here for a little while. Lift the hip up. Exhale, one more breath. Hands to the floor, pause in plank. Push into downward facing dog. Walk your feet a little closer to your hands. Take your right hand to your left foot, shin, ankle, and twist. Oh, for a little while. Inhale, release. Step back for your downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, send your left leg through. Turn your right foot on its side, have your block. Inhale, open up, just warrior two for the transition. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, bump your hips back. Exhale, your triangle pose is here. Inhale, bind your arm, any variation. Lift and reach your arm out. So you've got a lot of core strength. Just stabilizing here, lift up, reverse. Now bring your hands to your heart as you lift your left toes and sink your right leg back, or your hips back behind your right knee. Sink all the way back. Inhale, lift up and over to the other side, right toes up. Trying to keep the weight behind your knee, so no pressure. You can have your hands on blocks, you can be higher up, lower up. Exhale, both feet to the center, turn yourself in. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your hips, rise up. Open up your arms shoulder height. And then take your arms behind your back. If you're interlacing, do one finger over. And then bring your hands to prayer. Lift your heart up. Exhale, forward fold, softening your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn to the front of your space, right hand down. Left arm opens up, twist. Plant your right palm. Either lower your right knee and step back, or step back into your side plank. Any variation. Maybe what you took on the other side is appropriate for this side, maybe it's not. Bump your right hip towards the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Baby. Good, give me one more breath and lift a little higher, open a little bit bigger. Exhale, hands down, plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet a little closer. Left hand to right foot, shin, ankle, twist. Inhale, center. Walk back to down dog. Vinyasa or skip. So I'm laying my knees down and supporting myself a little bit more. Make sure you have work in your heel of your hands and your top of your foot for that upward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg up. Let's visit this one more time. Exhale, step it through. Turn your back foot on its side, have your block. Open up, warrior two. Exhale, inhale, straighten up. Hinge forward, right arm down, left arm up. Stay here or bind. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, reverse. And right into your left knee bending, Skandasana. Back to your right knee. Turn forward. Left arm down. We're going to skip the side plank for now. Exhale, hands down. One hand on each side of the foot. And float your left leg in the air. Take a standing split variation. Press firmly into your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Hands can be on the blocks on the floor, on your ankles if you want more balance challenge. And I don't care how high the right leg goes, or the left leg. I care about the stability of the standing leg. Breathe in. Exhale, send your feet together on the floor. Bend your knees and sit your weight back to your heels. Sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Inhale, prayer to the heart. Exhale, left elbow outside right thigh. Open up your torso, drop your seat back. Again, make sure your knees are behind your heels, or at least on top of them, but not forward. So your toes, your heels should not lift. Breathe in one more breath, a little bit bigger. And exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet and your head. Take your peace finger grip around your big toe. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side, head down towards the shin. Inhale, lengthen, hands to your heart or hips, and rise up to stand. Release your arms by your side. Tadasana, you should be at the top of your mat. Mountain pose. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Pressing into your hands and tops of your feet. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, send your left leg through. Turn your right foot on its side, grab your block. Inhale, open warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, straighten and bump your hips out. Reach out, reach out, reach out. Left hand down, foot shin block, inside, outside. Exhale, right arm behind the back if you're going there. Inhale, reach your left arm forward. Inhale, come up and stretch. Good. Exhale, right side, Skandasana. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale, spin it around. No, Siri, I'm not talking to you. I don't know why Siri just wants to get in all my business. And begin to step your weight into your left leg, right leg in the air, fold over your left leg. Hands again on the floor, shins blocks, hands around your ankles. 1 or 2, depending on how much balance you feel like challenging today. So if you can, Maxine, walk your hands back towards your feet more. Yeah, you're doing it. Awesome. Good. That's it. 1 more breath there. That's it. Exhale, bring your feet together. Bend your knees, sit up tall, chair pose. Exhale, prayer to the heart, right elbow outside left thigh. Lift your belly up, keep your knees, hips level. The lower you sit, the more level your hips and knees will become or stay. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center fold. Separate your feet. Soften your knees to bend them and bring your hands underneath your feet. Wrap your big toe around your wrist. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, forward, fold elbows out to the side, head down. And again, you decide if it's appropriate to take yourself into a straighter leg. Mine is not appropriate for me. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your hips. Exhale, inhale, rise up. Release your arms by your side. Top of the mat if you're not there. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, fold to the floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step through, push up. And we meet in downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, bring your left leg in the air, step it all the way through. Turn to your right side, have a block with you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Place your hands to your hips. Rise up to standing. Good. Open up your arms to the letter T. Turn your toes out. Maybe shorten your stance a little bit. Bend your elbows, bend your arms. Drop your seat, push down through your feet, rise up, arms and legs straighten. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, press down to rise up. Exhale, bend your knees and stay here. Don't hold on to your head today. Let's just keep the arms open. Tick-tock, side to side. We're going to go right, center, left, center. Try to get your arms behind your hips and sink your hips down low. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 1 more. Come back to center. Place your hands to your thighs. Turn your toes forward. Press your right shoulder in. Press your left shoulder in. Come to a more neutral position. Place your hands on the block in front of you. Straighten your legs for a moment. Take your toes a little, or your feet a little bit wider again. But not too wide. Good. Soften your knees. Send your weight back. So just like we did in that skandasana, that lunging side. Take your block. If you don't have a block or a book, don't worry about it. Just take yourself into a flat back position. Now, those who have a block will put the block on their back. There's a bend in the knee. Reach your arms out in front of you. So like you're in a little bit of a tug of war here. Good. Send your weight back to your heels. Got to get your back flatter to keep that block on. Now take your right hand to the block. Grab it and bring it forward. Take the left hand to put it back on your back. Reach the arms out. Take your left hand to the block. Bring it forward. Take the right arm to put it back on. Bring it forward. One more time each side. Right arm takes it. Nice, Michelle. And left arm puts it back. You'll notice it'll fall if your back's not flat. Karen, take it higher on your back. And then do the other side. One more time. Yep, like in that middle spine. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Lori, you have glue on that block to stand up that tall? Take your hands, one hand, and bring the block back out in front of you. Hold it out in front of you. And And then release the block to the floor, any height now, fold forward and let go. And a little bit of core work. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, turn to your left side, spin it around. Step back, high plank. Take your weight in downward facing dog. Exhale, hips up. Right leg lifts in the air. Exhale, right knee to your chest, come forward, plank with your knee to your chest. Take your right leg through to the left side and spin open. Lift your heart up. Pull your right hip all the way up, left arm up and over. Now exhale, hand down. If you don't have the space, bend your knees. Drop your right hip to the floor, bend your back knee. Turn your torso forward. So again, if you don't have the space, bend your right leg. Take your forearms to the center. Stack your shoulder or square your shoulders. Good time for a water if you need it. So your right foot is, if it's straight, it's imagined. It's some for you, some of you, this is not imagination. Your foot might be right up against the wall. So if it's against the wall, push your foot against it and get some energy in the leg. We're just taking another breath. Good, walk your hands back in. Now just a little maneuvering. Bring your right leg and bend it. Turn your left toes underneath you, shimmy back, and then fold over your right leg for your pigeon pose. Square your hips. If squaring the hips is a big issue, put a block under the right sitting bone to lift it up and get your pelvis level. Doesn't matter if your foot is parallel to the front edge of the mat or not. That's only going to be for somebody who's got open enough hips and knees. Relax all the way down. Put a block under your head is a nice place for it as well. Take a breath here, rise up. Exhale, if you're on a block, move it off to the side. Inhale, sweep your left leg all the way around. Seated twist, left arm behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Inside, outside, twist, hook, or bend. If your left hand can move a little bit more to the right side, it's going to keep your spine a little bit more upright. And make sure you're not sitting on your right heel. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist inside of your left leg, right arm behind you. Inhale back to your center. Shift yourself onto your right shin. Bring your left knee on top of your right knee, or sit on a block, or lay on your back and cross the left knee over the right knee. So you've got any option there. Hook your thumbs to the inside of your foot. Just close your eyes. Today we're just going to stay here in a few moments of silence, right? Just a little bit of stillness. If you need to do something else, do something else. Like I said, if you always do the same thing in your practice just by habit, so if you're here, if you always take the same arms or twists, sit upright, back off of the deepest part of the stretch that you can find, or the movement in the asana. Just find some stillness and peace in the most simplistic, because none of these are simple moves. So even in the most simplistic of the not so simple moves, we find conversation, information. If your eyes are closed, open your eyes, inhale, hinge forward. Come back and tuck your toes underneath you and just step into a downward dog. Walk your dog in. Feet together, left leg high in the sky. Exhale, left knee to chest, come forward to plank. And then send the left leg out to the right side. Lift your arm up. You can always have the bottom knee on the floor. Good, exhale, right hand comes down. Take your left leg all the way out to the right side. Bend the back knee, but turn your torso forward. And then just find some stillness here. Flex your left foot, breathe in, and breathe out. One more breath. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Exhale, bend your left knee, tuck your right toes underneath you. Start to turn your hips forward. Release the back leg, or go on your back again. Single figure four or pigeon on your back. Or block underneath your left hip. And stay in some stillness for a few breaths. Inhale, bring yourself up. If you have a block, move it off to the side for a moment. Take your right leg outside of your left thigh and move your left leg out of the way. Inhale, lift, right arm goes behind you, left arm comes up, hug, twist, or bind. Also, you can straighten the bottom leg. I didn't tell you that before, but I know most of you know that. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Like we were free. Inhale, lengthen, look to the front. Exhale, undo that, and bring your right knee on top of your left knee. Sitting on a block is always helpful. So if this right hip is really, really high, level your hips by sitting on a block. It's ingenious, right? Close your eyes and sit upright today. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come forward. Remove the block if you had it. Tuck your toes underneath you, and then just separate your legs back for downward facing dog. But let's take a vinyasa sequence here just to wipe the slate clear as we close most of the standing and challenging practice. We're going to come into a little bit more of a yin practice. Bring your knees to the earth, and then sit behind your heels. Take your legs out in front of you. Walk your feet a little bit further forward. Make sure you have space on the back, on the floor to lay down on your back. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. Always have a block nearby, a strap nearby should you want it. Exhale, chin to chest, round your back, and start to roll down through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. So just look that your head is on the block, on the floor, on your mat. Release your head. Release your arms, turn your hips open. Walk your feet over to the right corner of your mat and take your left ankle over your right ankle. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Take your right hand to your left wrist and draw a small semicircle. As your right side compresses, your left side lengthens. Inhale, open your arms and legs to the openings of your edges of your mat and let everything settle. Inhale, stretch your right ankle over your left. Take your left hand to your right wrist and stretch over. So now we're strengthening, lengthening the right side that was compressed. We've compressed into the left side a little bit more. Inhale, open your arms to an X and legs to an X. Bend your knees, place your feet on the edges of the mat like we did way back when. Drop your knees over to the right side. Place your right foot over your left thigh. If you want more, walk your left leg a little further to the left or parallel to the front edge of the mat. Come back to center, bend your left leg, bring your right leg all the way over. Move your hips right, let your knees fall left, open your arms to a T. Double wrap if that's where you'd like to be. Unwrap if you need to be there. Uncross your legs, come back to center, hug your knees to your chest. Exhale, place your feet on the edges of the mat. Let your knees fall to the left, left ankle above right knee, right foot moves out to the right side. Inhale back to center, cross the left leg all the way over the right, shift your hips left, let your knees fall to the right. Uncross your legs, come back to center, hug your knees to your chest. Place your feet to the sky, take a hold of the outer edges of your feet. Happy baby pose. If the outer edges is too much, go to your toes, calves, shins, thighs. And draw your knees into your chest. Hug everything tight, lift your head and shoulders up. Lay your head down, stretch your legs up. Tailbone on the floor, so you look like an L. Bring your arms by your hips or underneath. Point your toes, lengthen out of your hips. Find that really long line from hip to toes. Start to slowly lower the legs, belly in, ribs down. As you come to the floor, forearms down on the floor, lift your chest, top of the head to the floor. No weight on the head. So put the weight into the arms, not the neck, just pressing down through the floor. Broaden open the heart. We started class with a little bit of a back bend, a little bit opening. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Come on down. One more time, hug your knees to your chest. Take one last moment of any pose that will take you and satisfy you as you start to find your way into your final Shavasana pose. So if you want to take a shoulder stand or any other versions, headstand, or if you're ready right now to go into your final pose, make your way there, and I will leave you in that pose in a moment with just the thoughts of having a wonderful day post-practice. Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.